dollar sign, percentage sign spelled out in word language, it would clarify the, I don't know if it would eliminate the confusion that's caused by typos, but,
Good.
I mean, I don't wanna cause a burden for anybody by doing it, but,
It's just a quick edit.
yeah.
Having everybody that types up a face sheet and an agenda bill, and the staff should remember to do that when you move ahead.
Yeah.
I did have one small agenda bill still on the list for surplus.
Resolution for the surplus sale.
Yeah, or actually, I should say it's more surplus items. Not that we want to keep bringing surplus items to you, but there's a few more items that have been purchased through the general fund that don't have to come back for a public hearing. Those items are listed as listed as part of the backup of what they are. A fire truck, a Elgin sweeper that's out of commission, and then a few items that we had in the garage in the rental house next door. If it's council's wish, we can have the surplus sale, be surplus items resolution on the consent agenda next time for your approval, and it just be a resolution for it to dispose that in the best manner needs for the city.
Why is this coming before the council?
Because it needs a resolution to actually surplus the items, and that needs a council action.
State requirement or
Yeah.
Washington requirement?
It's a state requirement, RCW.
But you're only gonna see it one time, this one?
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought maybe there was an opportunity here to streamline some things.
It'll be on consent in the future, and you don't have to have a hearing like the utility one.
Do. And the reason I bring that up is, first of all, I trust the staff and the administration, and secondly, the auditor's gonna catch any problems there anyway. So I'm not particularly worried about it.
Great, that's what we want.
Yeah.
We want the auditor to catch it.
Well, you know what they
I
serve-
know what you meant,
They
Dave.
serve that purpose.
Well,
and,
okay, if you say so.
We just crucify them and move on. Jeanette, department head manual update.
David's actually gonna do this
Okay.
one, so,
You got the copies?
yep, passing them right now.
I got another one.
Are these on the same?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So also on the agenda next week will be an ordinance amending administrative portion of the code. As you recall, there's a section of the code that sort of establishes and references a department head's manual. It's officially called the City of Washougal Compensation Manual for Department Heads and Non-Represented Employees. And its last update was in July. You recall we made some updates to that manual in July. As we discussed previously as part of our budget discussion on October 25th, the recommendation from the administration regarding the salary schedule for all non-represented employees for 2011 is that that salary schedule be frozen at its current rate. And that, in fact, so what this package of an ordinance with an attached exhibit and another exhibit which changes the code language to talk about the January 1st, 2011 version of the manual is simply to take the existing salary schedule and the non-represent in that manual and keep all the numbers the same except change the date of effectiveness to January 1, 2011 and call it the 2011 schedule. And then also in section 2 of the ordinance, it suspends step and longevity increases in 2011 for non-represented employees. And so the combination of the schedule and then that action in section 2, it affects a wage freeze, if you would, for non-represented employees in 2011. And that is reflected in the budget. That's also proposed to you. And so we would ask for your approval of that ordinance next week, along with all the other documents.
I have a quick question about this. So, I'm glad that we are gonna get this cleaned up in the code, and that's good. But after 2011, the step increases then will continue for 2012. Will it be catching up, or will it just be, just a regular increase from there?
Just, if a person is eligible, is not at the top of their range on their anniversary date, they would, and they are performing at a level necessary to achieve a step increase, they would achieve a step increase.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
And then any adjustment to the schedule itself, which typically takes the form of cost of living adjustment, would require your action, which is typically done on an annual basis, I believe.
Thank you.
Question? I thought we should have taken the lead on that one instead of you, Dave. Apologies. No, that's-
I have a comment or quick question.
Yes.
So the step increases that I'm looking at here are automatic, we don't do anything on a performance base.
No, you don't, currently the city of Washington doesn't have merit increases, it has step increases.
But I can tell you that in the, for non-represented employees, department heads and non-represented employees, the language in the manual talks about the fact that there has to be, and I don't have it in front of me, but it says something, that you have to be performing.
So
in
there
order-
is a review process or no?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
There's a review process. There isn't a, in the manual, there isn't, say, a tiered system where, depending upon where you fall out in tiers of performance, you get more or less of a step increase. You cross a threshold, you get the full step increase.
Mhm.
There
Will
are-
the review process continue whether or not they
Yes.
are getting the step
Yes.
increase?
Yes.
So this would be put in files or folders that
Yes.
we have on
Yes.
your staff members
Yes.
or department heads, pardon me, and this could be looked at for the future.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right.
Any other questions on that one? Chief Schumacher, lease for fire station 95.
Yes, with
172.
Station 172, that's what we'd like to call it. What I have before you is a proposal to lease the fire station at 39th and Evergreen Way. Currently, East County Fire and Rescue operates that station with Camus Medic in there. We'd like to continue with that, but as us as the landlord. Just clear up a lot of things for us. We'd, put a piece of one of our engines out there. We're kind of apparatus rich now in Station 4 because we have more apparatus. We're going to be having more apparatus than we have places to put it. So it's going to be a good slot to put one of our engines in there. The Camus Medic will be in there, and the East County will keep their tender in there as well. I think for what it's going to cost us, it's pretty cost effective to operate that station, I believe. Some of the other things out there is that, talking with Chief Mitchell, and one of the possibilities out there is to have it like a east side reporting station for police officers. Go in there, they'll have their own little office and stuff.